Holy cow, guys.
This is the water of the youth.
Whoa.
Oh, good Lord, we're broken there.
It's a gusty one today, people. Ah!
This is what we dreamed about. This is when you feel the ocean waves upon your soul.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. We are back with another video, and if you've been watching sailing videos and you're just like wondering why they only show 2 seconds of sailing and then it's on to what their favorite pina colada tastes like, guess what? This video is for you. We are going into more detail of our sailing. Maybe you'll learn something on the way, and we're getting down and dirty. Where are we heading? What's going on, Matt? Share it to the people.
Well, realistically, I want to get to the northeast end of Virgin Gorda today. The weather hasn't been great, and every anchorage that's even like somewhat protected is like ridiculously crowded. So there's a sound in Virgin Gorda that looks like it's going to have more room, and it's going to have some protection from the weather. So I'm pretty hyped about that, but it's about 30 miles, maybe 25 of actual sailing, and today we're going to be actually sailing. So you know, we got to get on. But there's a few different anchorages. I've never been there before, so since everything is so crowded, sometimes there's not room. I'll have to have a few dump-off anchorages that we can go to, just in case we can't get what we want.
So we don't really know where we're going, short story, but we are going, so come along, get on board, let's hit it. Hit sail.
Hit sail. So I'm putting up my mainsail today. We're going to be cutting pretty hard into the wind. The wind's coming dead at our face of where we want to go. So we're going to be cutting into that. Therefore, I have to use my mainsail. I've been using my head sail mostly lately because we've been on the beam or even downwind. But today, I got to use my main to create that foil so that we can fight upwind. You got me? Okay, so basically we're just going to start the engine up here. I'm going to go up there and start pulling the anchor. I'll drive you, whether you need to drive left, drive right, speed up, slow down, all that good stuff. We're in good sand here, so it should be a pretty easy pull. Should be without any theatrics. Good? Ready? You're the driver, boss hog. Alright, so the anchor came up nice and smooth. We actually didn't even have to put the boat in gear, so that was good. I've noticed that when you're anchoring deeper, it is a lot easier to get the anchor up because the chain gets so steep by the time you have 30 feet of it left, it's straight up and down, and any kind of wake just pops the anchor right out. So that's been cool, that's been easy breezy. But got my workout in and now we're off. Alright, so now I've slowed the boat down, taken it out of gear, just to kind of see where my exact wind direction is coming from. I'm getting ready to put out my head sail, a little bit of it, but I'm basically just take the motor out of the equation, but keep it on in case I need it. But I take it out of the equation so that I can see exactly what my wind is doing and kind of feel about how much head sail I need to put out. I'm gonna let it out to the first reef, and I think that's gonna be plenty for today's wind. It's pretty breezy. So this is my furling line. This is the line that lets me let out my head sail and then pull it back in. I wrap it around this winch so that it gives me a break as I'm letting it out slowly. A gust can come and I'll be holding my jib sheet, and it can really put a lot of pressure on your hands and on the rope. So if I leave this little break here, it'll only let so much sail come out a little bit at a time, and it goes pretty smoothly that way. This is my jib sheet line. That's actually what's going to pull my sail out and give me the control to go ahead and set it and set the sail in the way that I need to. The different tension will let me point in different directions of sail. So I hold this, I got my brake set up, I got a little loop around here so I can pull it out, and then I slowly let my sail out nicely and controlled. The reason I always take my key out and hang it up on my helm is because there's a lot of ropes moving around throughout here. Probably should have placed that differently, but I don't want a rope to catch that and break the key or rip that out or do anything crazy, so I always take the key out so I don't catch anything there. Alright, so as you guys can see, all you salty sea dogs out there, seeing that I'm only going 3.4, 3.3 knots, maybe 3.2, and you're saying, Matty, Uncle Matty, that's way too slow, bro. We got to get some more tail out, got to get some more sail out there in the wind. We need to be getting 5 knots at least. But what I do is, when I'm getting out from around these hills, you really never know what the wind in the sea state's going to be like when you get further, and it's always easier to let a little more sail out or shake out a reef than it is to be out there. It's hitting the fan, and then you got to put a reef in. It's always much harder. So out for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'll go at that 3.3, 3.4 knots, maybe up to 4, and see exactly what kind of swells I'm getting, because I'd rather go a little bit slower than be overpowered, break my boat, make the cat throw up, all that crazy stuff. So, you know, we're taking our time and seeing exactly what the conditions are going to offer us. Today, I know the ice maker can't make ice with this kind of heel going on. So we just went through something that's been happening to us a lot here now that we're in these richer cruising grounds, as they would say. A lot of times I'm sailing, and I always think to myself, who has the right of way when I'm crossing past? Obviously with a catamaran, I know that they're just going to motor in front of you, so they're motoring, they can move out of the way. But when two boats are sailing, like the one that just passed us, we're both sailing upwind. It's an easterly wind, and we're both sailing toward the east. So we're both sailing upwind, but I always think whoever's going mostly against the wind. So it's technically a southeast wind today, and I'm sailing 150 degrees southeast. So I'm actually going mostly into the wind, whereas he would have been on a port tack, so he would have been sailing northeast. So in that regard, I always think I'm going more upwind than he is, so he would have to give way. He did give way, but we were going to come pretty close, obviously. So I always wonder, let me know, salty sea dogs that know the rules of the road, who gives way in what situation? Obviously downwind, or maybe I don't know anything at all. Does downwind give way to upwind? Does upwind give way to downwind? What do we do here? I'm going to put in my tack, and what that entails is I'm going to turn my boat, and I have to get my sails to the other side. Right now they're all on the right. I got to get them all to the left. Easier said than done, because I have a cutter rig, so I have a piece of wire between my mast and my forestay where my head sail goes, so it sometimes gets hung on that and it can be a real pain. But either way, we're going to turn the wheel, pull the ropes, we should be tacked up. get it. Dang it. I failed. I'm still trying to learn how to do it with my autopilot to where I can just hit the button and then it turns, but it never really seems to work. So I'm just going to do it the old way. Got to get my speed back up to 2 or 3 knots, then I'm going to attack it.
Turn it, baby, turn it. There's a few little storms appearing around us right now. It's starting to sprinkle a bit. It's getting gusty around here. This is hopefully not going to get any more sportier of a sail than it is now.
Do you feel exhilarated?
Do I feel exhilarated?
Yeah. I feel like as sailing YouTubers, this is where we're supposed to say, this is what we dreamed about. This is when you feel the ocean waves upon your soul. And with the swipe of one salty swipe of a salty finger, you can feel yourself swelling through the waves.
No, I feel like I'm about to get wet and I gotta protect my cameras and I have to film the video.
You get to white knuckle this wheel. And
It's starting to rain!
And it sucks.
Woo! It's a gusty one today, people. Ah!
All right, here we go with tack. Oh, good Lord, what broke in there? Dang, the whole dang thing came off.
The whole
good
bed
Lord.
flew out.
All right, I'm putting in my tack number 2. So this is the part where sailing gets even more fun. When you tack the same time as like a 60-foot cat that was like a mile behind you, and then they just blaze past you, and they always go like this.
Don't mind my crazy wind-blown hair. Today I thought I was going on a nice bikini sun sail, and instead we're on the Gordon's fisherman sail. It's been splashy, it's been strong wind, and we're on our 8th tack, and it's been about 4 hours. So I can see the baths from here though, that's pretty cool. But I think we're about to need to take one more tack, and then we should be getting close to an anchorage, and we're gonna just pretty much go there for the day or the night, because we've been really beating the boat in today. We haven't gone on a sail like this in quite some time. So luckily nothing's broken, knock on some wood, and the journey continues.
getting pretty close to the anchorage here, and I think I'm ready to furl in my sails. It's been blustery. I'm ready to put these sails down and go ahead and motor on into the anchorage. We still got to find a good spot. It's busy, it's crowded. I'm going to go ahead and turn the engine on and say that we did a good job sailing today. We sailed our butts off.
You did.
I did most of it. And I got mad because this one stupid boat was motor sailing, but they would not give way ever. I had to put in like 3 extra tacks because of these particular boaters.
Running into them.
Yeah, I kept being like slightly faster than them. By the time I put in the extra tacks, I'm like going right in front of them, and I'm a little weather helmed, so I'm not going to say I'm out of control, but I don't want to get super close to a boat. So these people can get out of my way. Either way, though, we're going to the anchorage now.
Especially with someone no sail gloves.
No sail gloves. Doesn't really hurt though. Can you turn the autopilot off and drive a little more into the wind?
Alright guys, we made it to Virgin Gorda, and there's one main thing that everybody loves to do at Virgin Gorda, and that's go to the baths. These miraculous giant rocks, I don't know where they came from. Some people say volcanoes. I don't know about that. Could be aliens, could be extraterrestrial.
I think it was like an asteroid that hit the ocean and blasted all the rocks out, because it wouldn't make sense if it was a volcano. When volcanoes erupt, they erupt hot magma, not whole rocks, giant rocks. So I think a meteor hit the mountain, exploded the rocks everywhere, and that's how
Yeah,
it
but
happened.
where's the big crater in the water then?
It's probably down there somewhere.
Anyways, we're heading over there today. It's a little bit tricky because they make you can't just go. I mean, you could go on land and get a taxi and go to the front door, but for boating people, you can tie your dinghy up and you gotta swim into shore, and with cameras, that's a no bueno. So we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna try to bring our paddleboard and pull some maneuvers and hope no one yells at us. But let's go. I'm excited. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and it's gonna be awesome.
I think so too.
All right, we're packing up, and this has been the rolliest anchorage that I feel like we might have ever been at. Our stern anchor line broke 2 nights in a row, and I've actually felt a little bit nauseous, like seasick at Anchorage. So I think it's been okay, but just giving a heads up, if you're planning on coming out to this Anchorage, you might want to stop at the baths and then go somewhere else for the night. Oh snap, Ola! The paddleboard flipped from the wind.
It is windy. Alright, so this looks like it to me. I'm just going to tie up, and that's going to be that. And then we're going to get in the paddleboard and hopefully get everywhere safely, because this is a swim area. They want to keep everyone protected from wild dinghy drivers like me. Because I've been known to give a crew cut. I've been known to have
The rocks look like Disney World.
You saying they Disney rocks?
They look like, it looks like Disney World.
Maybe we're supposed to tie up to these moorings out here. That's probably what we're supposed to do.
Now there is waves at the beach, so we're going to have to be very careful with that part.
Yep.
Holy cow, guys! We just rode a wave in on that paddle board and we almost ate it. Thank God we didn't because we had the cameras on our back, but this place is crazy! I've never seen anywhere like this before. The water's crystal clear and blue. These rocks are huge, and I just feel like either dinosaurs are coming out or we're about to go on a Disney World ride.
Yeah, it looks like Thunder Mountain.
There's a lot of caves here, and it makes me just wonder how much pirates' booty has been up in here.
Oh, snap. Trying to call these baby birds.
Necessary really on this, but I thought it'd be fun.
I'm gonna try it ropeless.
Okay, it's time to go down into, it looks like a cave, and there's a lot of water in there, so here we go. What does that move?
It's called the duck walk. You learn this, you do this a lot in wrestling. Alright guys, so as you can see in here, this is the iconic baths shot. This is where all the Instagram models get it on. They're all
And you gotta get here early to get
You gotta get here early, that's one thing I'll say. Get here early, it's gonna help you beat a little bit of the crowd. We've only seen about 10 people the whole time, but I'll say it's pretty beautiful. This is a definite spot you gotta go to if you're in the Bevis.
There's minnows down in here. Oh, this feels good. This is the water of the youth. I'm gonna stay youthful forever.
I think it's the fountain.
Oh.
All right, so really glad we came early. 10 bazillion people have shown up, which I'm happy that they get to enjoy the baths as well, but I was happy that they weren't here when we were here. And it looks like we parked our dinghy on the wrong ball because a tour boat came up and tied right next to it. So that
On
was
the same mooring ball.
on the exact same mooring ball and just tied our dinghy to the side. So either that was our mistake or their mistake, but I guess that
I
should
think
be
it was ours, probably.
probably ours, yeah.
We're obviously back to the boat, and We said the bass were really fun, and we said that you need to get there early, and then you can also paddleboard so you don't have to swim in. That way we were able to take our camera gear properly. Obviously you can use the waterproof bags, but I still don't really trust those swimming. Some people do, I don't. But on top of that, what we forgot to tell you is also another trick is to check the schedule of the cruise ships in Tortola, right? It's Tortola. If there's one coming, then you're screwed. So.
And also, it's not a free-for-all. It is a pretty tight track that goes around clockwise from like the entrance of the park to out. So we went in and we were going both ways. So we were going both ways. But so what happens is the lines are so small that you can get jammed up in there and you can get blocked. So be aware of that as well. If there's a line of people coming in and there's 30 of them in that line, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it out.
But it was really fun. It was way shorter than I thought. I don't know why I envisioned it being like an hour-long thing. It's pretty short. You could probably do it in 20 minutes.
It's small, but it's really cool looking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
definitely worth a venture.
Yeah, awesome caves. You know, really, really pretty, crystal clear, turquoise water. It comes in. It's basically what all dreams are made of. And, you know, it's not too taken over. It's accessible for, like, you know, regular people. You don't have to be a millionaire to go there. You probably are if you go there, but you don't have to be. So it's a really cool spot. I would recommend it. 8 out of 10 recommend.
Mine would be 10 out of 10. So thanks for watching. This was a wild sail to get here. Obviously, it wasn't wild, but it was a hard sail on our boat. We really pushed it in the, what was it, 25 to 30 knots wind. Yeah. But nothing broke, thank God. We got to keep an eye on our rigging and make sure nothing's screwed up from there, but everything's pretty good. I can't believe you did it. You built this boat.
I think the cabinets might have moved a little bit. I heard a little more creaking when we got here to this rolling anchorage. I heard one creak, and I said, oh, it's going to be like that, huh?
But thanks for watching. Make sure you check out our t-shirts. We have our Dead Dolphin t-shirts, our Boatyard Pirate shirts. Ours got shipped and delivered. We just got to go pick them up now. So we're going to get ours soon. And check out our Patreon also. You'll see updates ahead of time, know what we're doing, know what we might be planning in the future, and just little tidbits. So we'll see you guys next week. And anything else?
That's it.
Bye.